Xin chào mọi người, mình là Thuy Mỹ, mình là founder của Discovery Club, mình cũng là tác giả sách của Playful Activities at Home và đây là kênh mà mình chia sẻ những câu chuyện nuôi con bằng những quyển sách, bằng trí tưởng tượng và bằng ngôn ngữ của yêu thương. Hôm nay thì mình rất vui khi giới thiệu với mọi người một người bạn của mình, đó chính là cô Eyram, tác giả sách.
Hello everyone, I'm Eyram.
Okay, Eyram, you have been living and working here for ages, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about your journey? Where are you from and what brought you here?
So I am originally from Ghana in West Africa,
Yes.
and living and working here in Vietnam as an educator, now a children's book author for 8 years now. And you know, if someone had told me that I will be an educator, I would have said it's a lie.
Okay.
Because I never thought, but here we are, and I have been loving my journey as an educator for all these years, and so fun living here in Vietnam too.
So fun living here in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Vietnam as your destination?
You know, my sister told me about Vietnam, and she told me about the amazing ESL community here. So I did my research online, and I booked a one-way ticket here.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah.
So are you living here with your family, with your sister and with your children and husband?
Yeah, Vietnam blessed me with 2 sons.
Oh, okay, happy to hear that.
So I have been here with my husband and 2 boys, Aleph and Cedar. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, now we can talk about your books now.
Sure.
Can you tell us about your first book? Which one is your first book?
I have written 5 books, and the one that was the firstborn is 1, 2, 3, breathe in, breathe out. I wrote that book because working as an ESL kindergarten teacher, big emotions everywhere.
Yes.
So that book was inspired by my interactions with children and how their emotions and how to calm them using mindful techniques. So that was what inspired my first book, 1, 2, 3, breathe in, breathe out.
Okay, so because of experience working in kindergarten,
Yes.
so you think of the way to calm down the children.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
And is it effective? The children did follow you how to breathe in and how to breathe out?
Well,
Yes.
it did take some time.
Yeah, of course. I think so.
Yeah, because we are talking about kindergartners here.
Yes.
So it did take some time, but you know, with children, with constant repetition, with constant merging it into their routine, they get the nick of it. So in as much as it was hard in the beginning, when they get to understand and when the routines seem successful, everything works out well.
Oh, so if we say in that way, so Vietnamese children can inspire you to write the story, right?
Yes.
Yes. So how many stories have you written?
I have 5 now. The first one, 1, 2, 3, breathe in, breathe out, is about social emotional learning and mindfulness.
Yes.
The second one is All That I Can Be. And All That I Can Be is about positive affirmations, self-belief.
Okay.
Yes. And the next one is, I think, Once Upon a Class.
Once Upon a Class, amazing titles. Yes.
Thank you. Once Upon a Class is, when you flip through the pages of that book, you'll see that it is filled with Vietnamese school children routine. Yeah. So,
Especially it's suitable with Vietnamese children routine.
exactly. Exactly. And the next one is A Stationary Story. So A Stationary Story talks about uniqueness in each child and teamwork using the classroom supplies like pencils, books, things like that.
Okay.
Yes. And the last one is Amazing Cedar. Amazing Cedar is about my 2-year-old. So it talks about similes using adventures. So it's about adventures in the eyes of kindergarten toddlers.
Okay.
Yes, so those are the 5 books.
So at the starting point, you were the educator, right?
Yeah.
And you used your experience to write the story for children.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the story you wrote, did they contribute to the way you teach the children English?
Yeah, exactly. So one thing I noticed here, when we decided to incorporate storytelling in our schools, I realized that the books that we had in our library were not ESL friendly. What I mean to say by that is that all the books were for native English speakers. So it took a while for the children to see themselves in the pages of the book. So that when it's easier when the children can relate to the characters in the book, and then that is when they can have the best outcome. But all the books that we had were just like about schools in America.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
the nap time will be different. The break time will be different.
Exactly. So that was what inspired me. We have all these amazing experiences here. Why can't we translate it into a very relatable way for the children?
Okay.
Exactly. So
amazing.
So
amazing.
yeah.
So this is the foreigners try to interpret the Vietnamese cultures and translate it into your books.
Perfectly said. Thank you, Miss Meek. Perfectly said. Yeah.
And how did you establish the habit written towards some books you identify as ESL books for the children? Because you really want that when the children read the books, the language can develop as well.
Yeah.
And what are some techniques that you can deal with children when you read the books to them?
You know, children need stare activities and settle activities because they have very short attention span.
Yeah, very short.
So if you want to establish like good reading habit, you need to come up with activities that make them look forward to your storytelling times.
Okay, curiosity.
Exactly.
Right? Yes.
So one thing that I do in schools or at home when I'm reading with my own kids or children at school is that we have this circle time.
Yes.
So circle time. Then we use props. We use puppets. We use role plays. We use costumes.
Yes.
We let them let's say a movement-based approach. They don't just sit still and just look in your face while we read. They get up and they are part of the whole storytelling session.
Part of the story.
Yeah, so I'm not just the sage on the stage talking. They are also part of the reading activity. So these are some of the things that we do to make the children look forward to the storytelling times. Yes.
Okay, you knew these techniques because you used to be the teacher and the educator.
Yeah.
So how about the parents? When the parents at home, how can the parent make the puppets or the props? Some advice you can give to the parents?
So I understand that it is a lot of work.
Yes.
It is a lot of work since parents are super busy.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily need puppets or you don't necessarily need props. If you are a parent and you can make time for that, amazing. But if you cannot, it's perfectly okay. I think from our previous workshop, we spoke about we spoke about how we can incorporate reading habits at home. And one of the things that we shared with the parents is that they can create a cozy corner at home. They can create bookshelves that the children can reach out to and pick easily.
Yes.
Then they can also make reading a fun routine. They can use different voices, different intonations.
Hilarious.
Exactly. Make so that the children will be like, okay, this is fun. I want to be a part of this. So parents can look for easy ways that can that don't necessarily need them to use tools or to use puppets or things like that. For us in the schools, we can because we have access to these resources.
Okay.
Yes.
Even you said that the parent don't need to feel stressed. Just easy, right?
Yeah.
Take it easy. But
Yeah.
some parents still they're concerned about the accent
Yeah.
and the pronunciation. They don't believe in their speaking English. So in that case, what can we say to encourage the parent to deal with reading naturally in a relaxing way?
Yeah. I hear these. I laugh because I hear these questions all the time.
Yes.
And as I always say, it is not a big deal. Everybody has an accent. And even the accents that the parents sometimes wish that their children could speak in.
Yes.
It's very different.
Yeah.
When you go to America, they have very different accents. When you go to the UK, different accents. Even one country has different accents.
Yes.
The only thing that the parent need to worry about or need to be keen about is just reading in an understandable and perceptible tone. That's all that matters. It's not about sounding American or sounding Australian. So accent is not important. What is important is that whatever you're reading, your pronunciation is clear, and that's it. And just come off very perceptible so that the child would understand. But parents, don't worry about accents. Don't worry about whether you are using the correct grammar or whatever. It will come the more you practice with your child.
Okay, so simply we can say that no standard. When we believe, we can do that, right?
No worries about accent.
I will tell my parents again.
Please, thank
a lot
you.
of parents in Ivy school,
Yeah.
a lot of parents that who bought my books already. Because as you know that many parents, they consider that the process of supporting children in bilingual development, somehow it sounds serious. Yes, but in my playful activities at home, I did emphasize that we need to change the moment like playful moments.
Exactly.
And when it's playful, children will learn.
Exactly.
Children will develop.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And to add to that, when children see reading or learning English as fun, their approach towards it is totally different from when they are seeing it as a task. So when parents approach children with like, you need to learn English, you need to do this.
So stressed.
Exactly.
Yes.
You are producing the negative effect.
Okay.
But when you come off using playful activities, just like in your book, and fun routines, if it incorporated in your daily routine, it becomes very seamless. And that is when you're using like language showering rather than the language immersion and letting the children look at it like they need to meet a learning objective and a learning outcome. No, that is not the best way to go, especially for kindergartners.
That means somehow parents create some expectation and make the expectation become the stress, right?
Exactly.
Overcome the stress and everything will be easier. Easier. Okay. And back to your story. So you have some techniques to read the story effectively to the children to make them understand the content and somehow they will become the part of the story. Right? So can you share some techniques you already applied in your classroom or you already shared with the parents?
So make your reading fun. Fun is
the priority.
The first one. Make it fun. Use different voices. You are reading a story. You don't have to go straight to the point. 1, 2, 3, breathe in, breathe out. No. That is not
read in, 2, read that.
Exactly. So there are the ways you would give an opening. Say your child is in a corner playing and you are in your, let's say, reading corner, or you are sitting in your sofa and you want the child to come over. You open the book. I wish I had a book here to illustrate. You open the book and the entry even, you know, how you just go into the reading of the book, the start. Something.
Rather than saying, okay, come on, let's sit down and read a book with me. Yes, serious. Just let them be aware that, oh, something magical is gonna happen. Yes,
it's happening.
Yes.
And when you're reading the book, you don't flip the pages all by yourself.
Yes.
When you let the child, okay, can you flip the next page? So she or he is part of it. You're not the only person dictating how it will go.
Yes.
And even when you and your child get into that routine and the child knows that, okay, when it's 6 p.m. every day we read, or we read before bedtime, or we read immediately we finish lunch, or like you create a time that is suitable for you and the child, then the child would become accustomed to that time. And if you have a bunch of books, you let the child select the books themselves, rather than you handing over, okay, today we are reading 1, 2, 3, breathe in, breathe out. No.
Okay. So we try to show the books like the buffet. Then they come to choose the favorite one.
Exactly. Choose and let them be a part of it. Ask them, what do you think will happen next? What is happening here? Oh, you see so many colors. What's your favorite color?
Yes,
do you like
interacting.
red? Exactly. Do you like red? Do you like blue? In this case, you are speaking the language, you are using the English, but it is not so...
You know that's what you just mentioned. Already written in my books.
Amazing.
The way to interact language with the children, to encourage them to do something. Yes, we need to know how to make the question, to support them and to spark their love in reading.
Exactly. So I think all the parents should just get your book.
Get your book. Okay, thank you. Thank you for marketing. And another one, when you write the story for the children, okay, and how did you do the marketing strategy to the parent to know about your books?
Well, it has been, it hasn't been easy. First off, because I do not speak Vietnamese.
Yes.
I speak English. I speak just a little. But when we go to book fairs, and we go to school fairs, and we go to schools for read aloud, it hasn't. When the parents see the book, they don't need a lot of convincing because they see their child in that book.
Yes.
You know, when I meet parents of toddlers, and they flip through the pages of Amazing Cedar, they are like, yes, this is my baby right here. Because in Amazing Cedar, you see a baby in in diaper, running around the house, pushing chairs. I think every parent can relate to that. So when we go to book fairs and we go to schools, when the schools take Once Upon a Class and they flip through the pages, this is very relatable. When I use this for story time in my classroom, it will be completely understood by the children because they are seeing themselves in the book. So when it comes to marketing, when the parents see these books when we go to the book fairs and they see these books, or the schools introduce the books to them, it goes off because they can see themselves, and then they are inspired to let the children come into the experience of that book as well.
You know why? Because you wrote the story based on your children.
Well,
you wrote the story with your heart.
Exactly.
And everything from your heart can be felt very deeply by the parents because they see the similarities. Yes, my children also act like this. So that's why the key point here is the writer write with the heart from your deep feelings. And do you have any difficulty when you deal with the parent, when you talk to the parents about the benefits of reading the story? Because somehow it can be the stress for the parent, especially busy parents.
Exactly. I have most of the time the struggle with the parent. One thing I noticed about Vietnamese parents is that they're very interested in the education of their...
Definitely.
And it's very admirable. I love how they are willing to collaborate with teachers. I love how they are willing to go the extra mile for their children's future. It's very commendable. But one thing that I also notice is that most of the parents leave all the work for the teachers. They think that so long as my child is in school, the school has to take care of the growth, the educational growth of my child 100%. Understandably so, because they barely have enough time. They go to work from 7:30, they come pick their children, they barely have enough time. So those are the struggles that some of the parents go through. But I always say that even 10 minutes a day, reading through a book with your child is enough. Just 10 minutes a day. And I think we all can make time for 10 minutes. And as you mentioned before, in your playful activities, as you're going through the daily routine, you can incorporate that. So let's say you're going to a supermarket with your child and you see apples. You tell
with the apples.
Exactly. Men, can you get me the apple? Or me, can you bring the banana? And then me brings the banana. How many bananas are there? Then me can count it. You are not taking away time, but you're making good use of the little time that you have with your child. So incorporate it, just make little time, and after a while it starts to build up. So that's one thing I would say as an encouragement.
So from your point of view, that we need to have the close connection between the school and the parents.
Exactly.
So as an educator, can you share something that the school and the parent can understand so that both sides can have the good connection?
One thing that is sure is that the school is for the kids and the parents are for the kids too.
So the target is for the kids.
The kids. So what the best thing to do is that, since we are both very interested in the well-being, the wholesome well-being of the child, collaboration is number one. So the parents have every right to know what's going on in the lives of the children at school, as the schools also have. It would be an added advantage if the schools also know what's happening in the lives of the child at home. When these two stakeholders combine, there will be nothing but optimal growth for the child.
So the ultimate purpose is for the kids. They will collaborate with each other.
Exactly.
Exactly. And as you know that there are many books in the bookstore, right? So when the children go to the bookstore, they can find something that looks impressive, colorful, beautiful. Somehow they don't concern about the content of the book. But the parents, they really want to choose the useful books for the children. So in that situation, what should the parents do? Because some parents also told me that we let children choose the book, but somehow they chose already and they didn't read them at home. It did happen. So what should we do in that case?
So I think that before, I believe that before you even take the child to like a bookstore to go select a book, then you would have built a love of reading. At least create that routine that makes them look forward to reading time, or make them know that, okay, in this house we read books. So as a parent, you can model that. So when they see you reading a book and then you go to a bookstore, oh, mommy does this at home. So it means that when I take a book, we can also read at home. So the first step is, you as a parent, when you go to the store, you can choose one book, two books that the children, that you can start creating a reading habit at home. And now when you go to the bookstore, it's good you go to the bookstore with them so that they can look through and then select books. But then again, you don't take a child to a comic book section, like a kindergarten to a comic book session, right? So you take them to the ESL.
Visuals,
Exactly. And when you go to book fairs that are made for kindergarteners or primary schoolers, you take them along. Or maybe you can even select the books yourself. You flip through the pages and then you bring it. And then you ask them, which one do you like?
In this area of buffet party.
Exactly. This is, so this is, let's say, a vegetarian buffet. You don't bring beef into a vegetarian
that's a fun way to think.
Exactly.
Easy.
So you bring the books that are meeting the target that you want for your child. And then you let them select from that. So it's a win-win.
Yes, win-win. I love it. And also some parents, they are too busy, honestly.
Yeah.
They're very busy. They
Yeah.
don't have the time to be repeated every day to become
Yeah.
the routine.
Yeah.
So do they need to read the book every day to form the routine? Or it can be flexible?
Of course, flexibility is a must.
Yeah.
I am a parent of 2 boys,
Yes.
very active boys, and I am still a kindergarten teacher,
Yeah, yes.
and I work with teachers. I train teachers. I do instructional coaching, so I have a very busy schedule.
Yes.
I will be a big liar if I
Okay.
say that I am always reading with
Okay.
my kids. That's a big lie. But the thing is that they have books in arm's reach.
Yes.
So on the days when I am too busy to read with them, they just take the books, flip through the pages. Sometimes they ask me, my first son, Aleph, will ask me, Mama, what is Peppa Pig doing here?
Okay.
And then I turn and I answer. So these are the things that you can do. If maybe Mama is busy and Daddy is around, Daddy can do that. Whoever is around can. But
Okay.
if you are not and you schedule, say Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, these are reading times.
Yes.
10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day.
Exactly, 5 minutes a day if you can make time for 5 minutes, and then you do this with them routinely. Yeah, but don't go killing yourself with
Okay.
reading every single day and
Okay.
reading like big encyclopedias. You can get like a 5-page book.
Okay.
You can get like a 10-page book, and then you
okay.
can start from there, slow but sure. Yeah.
At your ease, right?
Exactly.
And one of my friends, she also told me that she didn't know how to read English because she totally she doesn't know any English.
I see.
So she used YouTube video.
Okay.
From 15 minutes a day, she will
Okay.
sit down with the child
Okay.
and watch the story on the
Okay.
screen.
Okay.
So are there any differences between watching a story there
Yeah.
and reading the paper books?
Well, they are both enjoyable.
Yeah. Enjoyable,
yeah,
yes, both
very
different.
enjoyable.
Yes.
But we know that watching videos
Yes.
and reading books engage the brain very differently.
How? Okay.
Because when you're watching the YouTube videos, unless, as your friend does, you're sitting with your child.
Yeah, yes, she did.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then you are pausing.
Ah.
And then you are asking, what's happening?
Yeah.
Then that you are bringing interactions. But if you just let a child sit and watch the video for 30 minutes,
Yeah.
it's engaging the mind very passively, and it's like a quick rush of excitement. But there is no fuel for creativity. There is no fuel for imagination. There is no fuel for focus, because the pictures on YouTube, they
Very
keep
fast.
moving very
Yeah,
fast.
move very fast.
But when you're reading, you take your time. So if you have the time and your English level is pretty low,
Yes.
and you can let your child watch videos, then you can pause the video, ask the child, what can you see? Can you show me color red? Your child
Yes.
can point to red.
That
At least that,
makes- yes,
can you show me blue? Then your child can point to blue. What is that? What animal is that? What is that animal doing? When you pause, you interact. After that, you ask the child, what happened in that video? So you have like a during reading talking session that you have, and then you have a post watching, in this case, post watching session.
So that means the key point here is still interaction.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. For our children, for our babies, their minds are at that stage where interacting with them sparks curiosity. But if you just let them watch passively, it doesn't help as much as
Yes, okay.
it would if you were bonding.
Okay.
Bonding time.
Totally agree with you. The bonding relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And there's some story when the children read it once.
Yeah.
So they have the tendency that they will skip it,
Yeah.
like an old book.
Yeah.
And they didn't read it again.
Yeah.
But somehow the child still I wanted to read it again.
Yeah.
And the parent will say, I read it to you already, now you
Yeah.
can read it by yourself. So is it a good way to talk to the children like that?
Well, one
Yes.
thing that I know from 8 years
Yeah.
working in this industry is that
Yes.
children love repetition.
Oh, okay.
Children love repetition. Children never get bored from routine. Maybe
Okay.
we, the parents, will get bored,
Okay.
but they will never get bored.
So we can read the story with the same content.
over and over again.
Same behavior, same action, same voice.
Not same actions.
Okay.
Not same actions.
Yes.
Maybe you switch it up.
Yes.
But that same book, I can tell you the number of times I have read a Peppa Pig book.
Okay, 100 times.
100 times. But there's always something new. And repetition
Yes.
will build fluency.
Okay, so somehow some unit of language they cannot interpret now.
Yeah.
So they will understand later.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that is what repetition does. It breeds fluency. So long as the child is bringing the book, there is no need for you to shut them down and say that, oh, we read this book already. Maybe that's the child's favorite.
Yes.
You can bring similar. So if your child loves my books,
Yes.
you
Okay.
can bring similar books from my book series,
Yes.
so that it adds up to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So don't just get tired. Children never get tired.
Okay.
And just use that as an opportunity for them to know more, build more context.
Yeah, yes,
into
okay.
that. Yeah.
But a very difficult question for you right now too, because some parents even they don't know any English, but they still want to spend time reading English book with the
Yeah,
children, like
yeah.
a paper phone,
Yeah.
like yours book,
Yeah.
right? So what can they do to read the English with the children, even they don't know any English, but they really want to read English with the children?
I understand the confusion there.
Yes.
But if I were in their shoe, I would read the book first.
Yes, you read the book first.
Yes.
Okay.
I will start with a very low. It should be very simplified
Yes.
language.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
it is a book.
Yeah.
It is read.
Okay.
I like Apple's very simple language, and I will start from there. So
Yes.
with our bonding time, we will start using very simplified books with simplified context that
Yes.
I can relate well confidently.
Yeah.
Because children see that. If you are fumbling,
Yes.
and I know that is the worry of most parents. So just start slowly, just start low, simplified, and then as you read more with your child, if the parents are interested, you will find ways of also learning English. Right?
Maybe the children will become their motivation to push them to learn, right?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
And somehow the children the parents don't need to read every single words
Yeah.
in the book.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
They can make up some new words
Yeah.
as simply as hilarious
Yeah.
as anything they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I am with my children at home reading, and even at school,
Yeah.
one of the things that we do is that sometimes we take out the character and then they have to
Yes.
put in their own.
Oh, okay.
So when you get to
Interesting. Yes.
when you get to that place, you can take out the character, and then maybe you've always been seeing lions. Then next time you just put in a monkey, or
Okay.
you just ask the child, which one do you want to put in? Maybe a dinosaur, a T-Rex.
Yes.
And
okay.
you just, so it's not a problem at all. Just play around with it. Just keep playing around with it. The key thing is that you are confidently working together with the child in meeting whatever, in meeting reading as a habit goal.
Okay.
Yes.
And do the parent need to have some follow-up activities to make the children remember the content or understanding the content of the stories?
Well, that I know, since we are looking at parents who don't even have time.
Yeah. Okay.
If say on a weekend or you have some time, then you can probably get some photocopies
Yes.
of say you are reading a book about the zoo,
Yes.
right? You can get some photocopies of
The animals?
exactly and let them color.
Okay.
Some books have follow-up activities at the
Yes,
back.
yes,
Some books
okay.
have that. So if you get that book, amazing. Another thing too is that if you are talking about zoo animals,
Yes.
you can take the child to the zoo.
Yes. Okay.
That is an extended activity. When you're reading about cars and you're waiting at the
Okay.
bus stop,
Okay.
you can ask the child, is that a van? Is that a
The
bus?
Is that the chorus?
Exactly. You're talking about nature. You go,
Yeah.
oh, that's a tree. What color is that
Okay,
tree?
very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah.
They are all follow-up activities. It all comes back to that book. So when you're reading a book, today we went to the park. What did you see? How many birds did we count?
Yes. So
things
if we
like
read the story about birds, just take them to the zoo to see some birds.
Oh, even the park. When
Yeah,
you're
even the
going and you
park.
see a bird
Okay,
going
yes.
there. Oh, look at that bird.
So the follow-up activities don't mean that some activities that need to be well designed, very natural. We can conduct everywhere, right? Okay, because some parents they tell me that they really want to have more ideas to create the activities after reading a story, but they don't know which one is the best way to search the ideas, so they feel a little bit stressed.
I understand
Yes.
that perfectly. You don't need to feel stressed. You work with what you have.
Yes.
You work with what you have, and if you're lucky enough, and then you get like resources. Some authors have resources that you can print. If that's also a lot of work, you can just use any opportunity.
Yeah.
There are lots of things around us, and most of these children books have very relatable experiences, very relatable things. So when you go out, you have your story all over.
Thank you for your beautiful insight. Okay, do you have any upcoming projects in the future?
We do actually. We do.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
So now we are. We have this foundation called the Cedar Roots Foundation, and originally from Ghana, as I mentioned before, there are so many children in the rural areas
Yes.
who are not literate. They don't have. Some of them have never owned a book, and even in some rural areas here in Vietnam, there are still children who are not exposed to the language. So what we are doing is that with our printing press called Dalet Press, we are partnering with Cedar Roots Foundation to donate freely books to some of these areas. So that is our upcoming project that we are seeking to do. Since we are pioneering reading habits, and bringing and looking for ways to be of service to our community. That is one of the projects that we are seeking to do. Bring books to these children, bring stationery, bring like school bags, bring tablets, let them know how to use technology, because in as much as the world is going very fast, some of our dear children have never even seen a mobile phone or how smartphones work.
What a beautiful project.
Thank you so much.
That you will have a lot of difficulties because the children in rural areas, even they don't have a lot of chances to read a book. Also, they are in English books.
Exactly.
So you must have a lot of challenges.
Yes, and these are challenges that we are keen to push and fight through. And I know that some of these children are even never seen a foreigner before.
Yeah, that's right.
So
they can be scared of you.
Exactly. We see it happens. It happens all the time. But it is a chance to bring the international community into. So we are very keen on bringing exposure to these children and to be at least so that we can be the ones in their minds as they grow old that these are the people who encouraged me, or these are the people who brought who gave me the opportunity to even have a peek into the world outside of this place.
Somehow it can be the motivation for them. I want to learn English so that I can see these people in the real world later. Yes, okay.
Perfectly
Thank you for your beautiful insight. You know that I made this question because I want to introduce my project in the future as well. Yes, because I'm gonna publish 2 new stories for the children as well.
Amazing.
So very it's really hopeful that the children can enjoy the book and the parents will recognize the benefits of reading books with the children. Sometimes that we can have more playful moments in the family.
Sure. And I believe that your first book has already done the job. It has laid the foundation. So this one will be just an amazing add-on.
Grateful to the audience.
I'm excited for you and congratulations.
Thank you. And before we wrap up, do you want to share some message of encouragement to send to the parents? So
parents, breathe. That's one thing I would just want to say. Just relax, breathe. Let's take this reading habit or reading culture one step at a time. It is not hard. Don't focus on the accents. Don't focus on the problems. Just find little solutions that work well for you. and everything will work out well in the end.
Thank you, Eyram. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much,
your
Mimi.
beautiful insights today.
Thank you so much, Miss
Okay.
Lee.
Xin cảm ơn các bạn đã nghe buổi chia sẻ của mình và cô Eyram. Và nếu các bạn nhận thấy rằng đây là những chia sẻ rất là thú vị và có ích thì các bạn hãy để cho Mỹ một like và một follow nha. Bye bye.
Bye.